Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I want to show you how to make this very special white cherry preserves. Why special? Maybe because it's my grandmother's recipe, or maybe because the jars of the special preserves she kept in the cabinet on the big lock, and I'm sure she probably carried the key with her all the time, so we can't get to it. But it's quite spectacular preserves. It's a little bit time consuming, but it's really worth it. So let me show you how to make it. And of course, to make these preserves, we're gonna need some white cherries. And I'm using the cherries that's called the Rainier cherries. I don't know if it matters. And we're gonna take the little stems off of them, and then we need to take the pits out. And there is a tool to do that job, and actually you can buy it anywhere, but if you guys don't have this tool, it's quite challenging to take the pits out. I've seen sometimes people use a straw to do that. I have not tried it, but if you guys are up for a challenge, go ahead and try it. So after we've taken all the pits out, we are gonna set those aside and we're gonna prepare our almonds. So what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna take the skins off the almonds, and it's called blanching. We're gonna put the almonds in the bowl, pour some boiling water over them, and then just keep them aside for maybe 5-10 minutes, and you will see how easy this skin will come off. The reason I'm taking the skins off the almonds, because the skin sometimes can taste bitter in the preserve, and I think it just looks prettier if you have these white almonds inside the white cherries. Yeah, we're going for all white today. Then you need to wash your almonds just to remove that soaking water from them, and we're ready to stuff the almonds inside the cherries. Then stuffing the almonds inside the cherries should not be that complicated. If you see on your cherry, there's one side that's a little bit more open, so we're gonna take the thinner part of the almond, we're just gonna stick it in there. I'm sure they stuff the same way the olives with the almonds. It's not that complicated, guys, but once again, this preserves is a little bit time consuming. Then of course, in any preserves making, you need to weight your fruit, and so that's why we stuff the almonds inside the fruit first, then we're gonna weight it. We have exactly 2 pounds, so we have to match it up with exact the same amount of sugar. It's usually 1-to-1. So if we have 2 pounds of cherries, we're gonna use 2 pounds of sugar. Then you need carefully to put your cherries in the pan or pot where you're going to be making your preserves. Add 1 cup of water and boil them for 3 minutes. We're also going to be using thinly sliced pieces of lemon in these preserves. And the reason the lemon is used in these preserves because white cherry is quite tasteless, so that's going to add a little bit more flavor to our preserves. And to remove that kind of bitterness of the zest of the lemon, we need to soak it for about a minute or so in hot water. Then we're gonna slice it very, very thin. And if your lemon has a lot of seeds, don't forget to remove those, because you don't want people biting into seeds in your preserves. But make sure you cut it almost like a paper thin. White cherries don't have a lot of juice in them, so that's why we needed a little bit of that water so we can dissolve the sugar. And boiling for 3 minutes is going to help our cherries to soften up a little bit so they can absorb more sugar in them. And we're going to load our sugar on top and kind of spread it around, and try not to move it too much, otherwise you're going to lose these little stuffed almonds inside the cherries. So just make sure that all the sugar sort of submerged into this liquid. And then we're gonna add our leftover blanched almonds into our cherry preserves, and also thinly cut slices of lemon. And we're gonna leave this overnight, or at least for maybe 6-8 hours. Next day we're gonna mix it, and as you can see, it's still quite liquidy, but we're not done yet. We're gonna boil it for 10 minutes this time. And try not to move the cherries around too much, otherwise they're gonna lose the little almonds inside of them. So just boil it for 10 minutes and leave it overnight again. So as you can see, guys, this preserves is about 2-day process. It's a little bit time consuming, as I told you, but the results are quite spectacular. So I would encourage you getting a big log so you could lock it up, and only to share this preserves with somebody special. And I hope you guys like this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon.